Hey guys, it's Madison. This recording's gonna be a little different because I decided to do it in my bathroom instead of out in my room. So this is like being done on a chair instead of a desk. This is kind of like a test to see how well I can adapt to different environments to give readings. Also, it just gives me like another level of privacy. Right now with the coronavirus going on, my roommates are always home and I feel kind of weird like just talking in my room, like, you know, loudly if they're like doing stuff in the living room. So I wanted to kind of test this out. I know they don't mind, it's just, you know, just for right now, I guess it feels good. Okay, I'm doing my first try at astrology tarot reading videos. I'm not an astrologer, so I'm not going to really be giving advice unless it's things that I've literally heard from astrologers and something that pops into my head. So I have an idea of how, you know, signs interact, especially like as I get to know the charts of the people closest to me and my own and things like that. So I am learning about this stuff. I'm just not an expert. So I'm not going to really talk much about planetary shifts or anything like that. This is really just going to be based on the fact that you are a fire sign and you wanted to watch this tarot video about career guidance. That's basically what it is. I broke it up into the elements instead of just doing a video all at once because I did try to do a video all at once and it was really rough on my body, like to just sit in a chair. I don't have like a comfy chair that I do it in. And then now I'm sitting on the floor, so that's not going to be, you know, good for a long-term video. And if I'm doing the elements, then it's going to be 3 signs at a time. So that's the way we're going to do it right now. I'm going to be posting them throughout the week, and you can totally check for your sun, moon, and rising. They're all going to be relevant to what's going on right now. So for today, we have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And this is going to be career guidance from Spirit. A lot of people are freaking out right now about what they should be doing career-wise, and I totally get it. Everybody says to relax, but it's kind of hard to relax. And I feel like especially for you, like being a fire sign and having fire energy, it's like you want to go out and do something. You want to be starting stuff. Like you're used to like being around people and doing things, and then now it's kind of like you're just stuck at home. I feel like it's driving you all crazy. I get it. Aries, you guys didn't get to celebrate your birthday with everybody like you normally would, you know? So we're just kind of like going to focus on that right now, career guidance. And this video should be timeless for anybody who is looking for career advice at any time. Just while I'm currently recording it, this is during the coronavirus pandemic freak out. Okay, so let's get started with Aries. I have these new cards. They're angels in your business cards, so I might go to reference them. So if you see like a weird cut, that's what it is. That's just me looking up more about it. So let's see. Let's start with that. Normally I do affirmations at the end, but I think I'll do affirmations first, and then we'll get into tarot cards and oracle cards. So for this first one we have for your business is balance. Look at the blessings in your life. Right now, it might be difficult to think of things as a blessing whenever it seems like everything's falling apart. It seems like we're consistently tested by the universe for the last, like, definitely 4 years. It seems like things just keep going wrong and we can never actually catch up. Like once we finally fix this part of our lives, something else falls apart. I feel like a lot of people have been in and out of the hospital, or their loved ones have, or they've had to just leave a career behind or drop out of school. There's so many different things that people have been having to make the decision of. So right now it's important to look at the blessings you have had and the good things that have happened to you so far. We also have energy flows where my intuition goes. So energy flows where my intention goes. So whatever you're putting your intentions into, that's where your energy is going to be. So if your intention is to, I don't know, do something negative, like let's say that You don't really feel deep inside that you can succeed, so you're going to kind of push yourself to continue to fail. That intention is where the energy is going to flow, and that's going to create a negative energy flow. So it's important to put your intention into good things. So think about your intention whenever you're doing anything, like whenever you're communicating with people, when you're starting a new project, just anything like that. Think about where your intention is. Okay, we have new moon in Scorpio. So work through your fears right now. Good things can happen. You just have to be brave enough to take a chance. And then the full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. So you do have ways that you can solve your problem right now. You just have to be, they're close to you. And it also seems like there's something that normally you would be afraid of actually doing. So now would be the time to open yourself up to something that is scary. Maybe it could be working from home. If you're somebody who normally doesn't like being at home, you like going out and doing different things, you can maybe find success here. You can also interact with people in a way that's online, so you don't have to feel so restricted to your house, you know? That's something to keep in mind. I have another new oracle card, or it's an affirmation card, and then it has like a journal prompt and supporting options, but I'll read that actually at the end. I'll save that. So let's start putting cards out. We have 5 of Wands, which is competition and conflict, especially in work. So you're having to deal with being why can't I speak today? And being in conflicts with people. It's something that is interacting in your day-to-day life, and it's bothering you. We also have justice reversed. This could be a Libra that you're not getting along with currently, or this could also have to do with this imbalance of justice. Like you're feeling like maybe people who don't deserve to have good things happen to them are the ones who are receiving good things. So there's like this lack of balance and like justice in the world. Like it's like, why is this happening to me? Like why aren't good things manifesting for me? Ooh, we have 8 of Swords reversed. As you can see in the mirror, she sees herself as trapped, but in real life she's not. But it being reversed means that you're moving out of that mind state. So it might mean that you are escaping a bad situation. There's a situation that you felt trapped in, and you felt like you had to stay there with what was going on, but now you're freeing yourself and you're able to walk away. So that's good. I feel like that could be part of what your fear has been, is this injustice that you're finally walking away from. Okay, we have 7 of Acorns here, so determination and stamina. You're going to keep going for it, basically, is what it's saying. It's being placed over here with the 5 of Wands, so that competition and conflict isn't going to hold you back. You're not afraid of it, which is good. Then we have Queen of Crystals, comfort and prosperity. This is something to work towards, right? We all want stability. We want to be able to afford the things we have. We want to live in a stable environment, stuff like that. And I feel like you are reaching this point. This could also be a time to accept advice from somebody in your life who you see as this person, who's somebody you see that always has good advice. They stay on a good schedule. Nothing really seems to bother them. It could be a time to seek advice from that person right now. Okay, we have Ace of Crystals reversed. So right now you're feeling like there's not much prosperity in your life, and you feel like you're not able to manifest the things that you want for yourself. Totally makes sense with everything that's going on right now. It's kind of like feeling like, what's the point, right? And it looks like you're escaping that mindset a little bit, which is good. And then we also have 4 of Shells reversed. This is kind of a refusal to do any type of soul searching or any type of reevaluating of yourself. I feel like many times Aries can kind of get a rep for being like, this is how I am, whatever, deal with it. Some of the Aries I know in my life aren't really like that, but I know that they get a rep for that. So maybe it's time to reevaluate the way that you have been doing things and see if there's any positive changes you could make, especially when it comes to your relationships and your work prospects. We have the Fool reversed here, which tells me that you're not ready for this new journey that you're on. You feel uncomfortable. You don't feel like this is the thing for you. So you're kind of resisting this like new start in this like different environment. It looks like you're determined to not change. And we go through different phases in our lives, and we live in different cycles. So sometimes it is important to take on a new journey, and the more you resist it, the more you're just going to keep getting resistance from the universe because you're being sent on a certain path. You should work through your fears right now, like New Moon in Scorpio said earlier. There's also the Hanged One. So Aries, you are being forced to see things from a new perspective. This is part of your purpose. This is part of your life path. What's happening for you right now is changing your perspective. It's being placed down here with the Justice reversed. So if a Libra did pop in your head that you're having issues with, you may be seeing this person from a new perspective. You might be thinking of them in a different way. We have Five of Cups, which is about mourning. It's going to end up being placed over here with this like refusal to self-evaluate and do soul-searching work, and that Eight of Swords energy that you're getting out of. So you're mourning something. There's a big difference. There's a big change in your life that you are mourning. It could have to do with that like feeling of not really want to manifest new things. That seems to be where it's placed at as well. And then we have Queen of Wands reversed. So you're not feeling that fiery energy you have inside of you. You're feeling actually pretty stuck. And like you can't, career-wise, you feel like you're not making moves. You're just stuck in place. And you're not feeling confident in yourself and your ability to make things happen right now. Some reminders is to continue to be humble. Use this experience and this time to be humbled. You know, conclusions are within reach. So you can find the solution to your problems. You just have to work through your fears, and you have to do something that you wouldn't normally do, you know, something that scares you. You got to put that energy into good intentions and find your balance when it comes to work. There's also blind. Don't shield your eyes from the truth. Whenever we deny the truth, it hurts us, right? Think about, you know, whenever you're in a relationship and that relationship isn't serving you anymore. And then instead of leaving the relationship, you stay and you convince yourself that that person's fine and that person's okay. And then things just continue to get worse. How much does that hurt to continue to deny that there's an issue whenever there so obviously is one, you know? So don't be blind to what isn't serving you at the moment. There's something that isn't serving you that you're refusing to let go of. And now might be the time to let go of that, that career goal that you might be kind of mourning right now. Because I think that's really what it comes down to, is mourning this career path that you thought was going to happen for you, and now it's not happening, and it feels just kind of like you have like no confidence right now. Like you're not feeling confident of yourself. You're feeling like you don't have it actually makes this affirmation card. I can see it. I haven't read it to you yet, but it actually makes sense now that I'm going through all of this. Is like these setbacks really messed with you. These setbacks really made you feel like you don't believe in yourself right now. And it's time to manifest. It's time to take these setbacks that have happened and are currently happening and use them to manifest something new. You are in control of your own destiny, you know? So those are the decisions you have to make. Here's this little affirmation card. This is like steps that you can take and stuff you can journal about if this helps you. Enough. I let go of being superwoman or man and know that I am perfectly perfect exactly as I am. So feeling like you are enough. These setbacks don't define you. Negative thoughts don't define you. You know, you just have to work through them and like do the work and the process. You're perfect the way you are. It's this idea from other people that you're not perfect, or your conditioning from the world that makes you feel these insecurities, you know? And that's other people's stuff. People aren't even purposefully trying to make you feel bad. They feel bad. So they project this like insecurities on everybody else, you know? Have you ever like sang around somebody and they told you to stop singing? that comes from an insecurity. Singing is a full expression of joy. We should all feel comfortable to sing. Doesn't matter if you're good at it or not. We should all feel comfortable to dance. Dance is an expression of joy. But there are people who shame those behaviors because they don't feel good inside. And that's a part of our conditioning as humans, is we get shamed by others who were shamed by someone else. And that cycle continues. So you have to look inside yourself and feel that you are enough right now, Aries. Here's some supporting actions. Take a break from social media, do something you're really good at, and focus on the positives in your life. Because there are some. There's ups and downs in everyone's life. Something to journal about. I am blank enough. And keep going until you run out of words. Do you want to pause and look at this a little more? But yeah, so that is what I have for you right now, Aries, career-wise. I hope that helped. If it resonated, please leave a comment to let me know, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully it won't be such an awkward environment. Thanks, bye. Hi, Leo. I hope you're doing okay during this quarantine time. Let's see what we have here. I have a new deck that is, I have a few new decks. But one of them, if I have to pause and look something up, it's because I'm just not completely familiar with everything in it. But it's an Angels for Your Business deck. And so I have one card here for that. We're going to start with that. Normally we do all affirmations at the end, but I'm going to do some up top, and then I'm going to do an affirmation that actually has supporting steps you can take and journaling prompts, and I'll put that at the end. But for now, for Leo, we have something, the angels in your biz is basically the angels are giving you this message for how to deal with your business. And it is grounding, refresh, and reset. So it's time to kind of relax and not grind so much. I have one Leo friend I'm really close to, and he's always hustling. So I feel like it's time to just kind of say it's okay for right now. It's okay to not be working all the jobs you're working. It's okay to not be hanging out with all the people you hang out with. I know Leos are super social. They always got something going on, So it's probably really hard right now to just be chilling. But right now, that's what's good for you from a career perspective, is to stay grounded right now. Just kind of refresh and chill and figure out what exactly it is that you really want to be spending your energy on, instead of spreading it out everywhere. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. So this is kind of looking for love from your inner self, kind of, your true self. So whenever you recognize the light in yourself, it helps you see it in other people. It also helps you recognize too whenever people are being toxic and not take it so personal. You kind of take it from aw, that person isn't loving themselves right now. It's kind of something like that. Our two Moonology cards, we have You Are Good Enough. It's a full moon in Virgo. And then the fixed moon, we have Hold Your Vision. So those are two things to keep important. Looking at that inner light is another part of that, thinking of yourself as good enough. And holding your vision is being sure of yourself, and sticking to what you said you were going to stick to. This chair I'm using has wheels on it, so. Okay, I'll start putting stuff out and explaining and connecting. We have 7 of Cups reversed. So I think that normally you're used to having lots of options. We already kind of went over this, but this just reaffirms it. Normally you're used to having your pick of the litter. You're oh, I can do this, I can do that. I have all these different options. I have so many different hustles. I'm always doing stuff. And right now you feel like you don't have very many options. You're feeling very limited and restricted right now, for sure. We also have the Magician reversed. So this feeling that you can't manifest anything. You just feel stuck. You feel like this is not where you want to be. And I feel you, for sure, Leo, I feel that. Queen of Cups. You might be feeling a little emotional right now. The Queen of Cups also is empathetic. This could be you, or this could be another person who is very empathetic, can give good advice, and is somebody who you can lean on. So if somebody popped into your head whenever I explained that, then go ahead and reach out to that person, because maybe you can vent to this person a little bit and they'll be there for you. Okay, we have 3 of feathers reversed. So this idea that you're not really moving on or moving up. You're kind of like just, once again, feeling stuck. I feel like you're so stuck, Leo. I feel for you. So now, like, something to work on would be to work on releasing. Release that energy, release that negative energy and that negative self-talk, and go into that recovery stage. There's 4 of crystals here, which is control and security. So this is something that's going to help you right now. So your most secure option might be, and the thing that gives you the most control in your life might be what you need to do right now. So instead of having your hands in a bunch of different pots, you know, like, just go ahead and pick the thing that you know will reap the best rewards for you. We also have 6 of crystals, so gratitude. This is also giving. So you're feeling like you can give to people right now, and just don't put yourself in a bind. I feel like Leos can be very, very, another word for giving. What is it? Yeah, I guess that's what I can use that. They're very giving, you know. Leos can be so giving, and like, especially whenever they feel like this is a person who has their back, like you have like so much loyalty from a Leo. And so just don't put yourself in a bind by helping others. Make sure to look out for your best interests as well. We got Knight of Wands here, so that means that there's some fire energy in here. So that means that you are able to push forward and you're able to get what you need to get done. So that's awesome. You're like not afraid to get your hands dirty right now. So that's good. We have the Lovers reversed. This could be a Gemini that you know, and maybe you guys aren't getting along right now, but this could also mean that you've made some bad decisions and now you're feeling the results of that. It could make sense of why you feel limited and like stuck and like you don't have many options, is maybe like a bad decision was made. So watch out for that. We also have Justice reversed. So this could be a Libra that you're having a negative interaction with, or this could just be this sense of imbalance in the world. Actually, Aries also got Justice reversed. So I could totally see like it right now. It feels like, why is this happening? It feels very unjust what's going on right now. And I feel that. But we have to remember that the universe is watching out for us. And even if things aren't going the way that we want them to, that's okay. You know, things will work out the way that they need to work out. We have, for our oracle cards here, we have wish. So whatever your wish is, now is time to put the energy into it. Wisdom. So this could be that Queen of Cups person from earlier that you feel like you need to talk to. That person who's empathic. You might be able to gain some wisdom from them, for how to ground yourself during this time, and maybe like be reminded of some of your like good qualities right now. And then we also have the Moon. Let go of illusions. Let go of lies you might be telling yourself about what's going on or what might happen. That doesn't mean to say like become negative or pessimistic, but or I mean also like some people are getting so into their head about the negative. Some people are so scared that like everything's just going to fall apart and we're all going to die. And so it's kind of important to like be grounded and remember like what is real right now. And that's important. We have this last oracle card here. Something to keep in mind is to be playful right now. And I feel like Leos are really good at being playful, so that's going to be easy for you. Playfulness. I embrace my inner child by making time for play. It's time to let my guard down and relish in the joy of being a kid again. Supporting actions can be start a craft, toss a beach ball around, blow bubbles, play in the backyard, visit a playground. In your journal, you can write about one of your favorite childhood memories. And these are ways that you can kind of like re-embrace that. That also helps with the inner true self that I was talking about earlier. Your true self is who you were as a child before the human condition made you doubt yourself. So maybe tap back into that like inner child energy, you know? And I do feel like Leos are so much fun to be around. You guys are like always have stuff going on. You're like ready to go. You always have things planned. You like are always talking to people. So now might be a good time to do something playful. Maybe even do something by yourself. That might seem annoying, but I mean, like, you can paint, you know, you can, like it was saying, blow bubbles, like you can do whatever as long as it's like brings you joy. So thank you for watching. If that resonated, please leave a comment to let me know, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Hey, Sagittarius. I hope you guys are doing okay with everything going on right now. I have a few new decks, so if you see me kind of like go away from the screen, that's just to like double check on the message. I haven't had to do it so far, but you know, just in case. I have an Angels and Biz type deck, so it's just kind of like what your angels want you to know right now for your business. And then I have those moon, if you follow me on Instagram, you already saw a post about it, but I have Moonology Oracle cards. And then I also have kind of like a mental health like affirmation thing. I'm going to read most of the affirmations at the beginning. Normally I don't do that. And then I'll keep the healthy mental health one at the end because it has like different things you can try to do. And it has like journaling prompts and stuff like that that you can work on. Sorry if you see me adjusting around. I'm doing this on the floor. So, okay, so we'll get started. For your business right now, it's important for you to visualize, see it and be it. So right now could be a good time to make kind of like a dream board or something of like how you see your life in 5 years or something like that. It's really important for you to visualize how you want your future to be. And so then you can start making the steps to do that. I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. So sometimes it's uncomfortable to fight our conditioning, and it's uncomfortable to fight our ego. Our ego protected us whenever we were growing up and we didn't have control over what was happening to us. But whenever you become an adult, now you have control over your reactions. You have control over, like, I'm not saying in all situations. I know that there's still abusive situations, especially all over the world. We don't know how everybody's living. But for the most part, once you become an adult, it's a lot easier to have control over like where you live, who you interact with, where you work, like things like that. Even if the plan to get out might be a few years plan, you still have that right in yourself to control those parts of your life. So whenever we start questioning our conditioning and we start looking to our true self, sometimes it feels uncomfortable. Like that's what being triggered is, you know, whenever something reminds you of something that happened in your past and you have to go into a certain mode in order to fight through this. To fight that would be to allow yourself to feel uncomfortable and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Instead of just shutting it down and shutting everybody off. It's important to ask yourself why, so you can work through it. Sorry. Okay. We have full moon in Gemini, so the answers you need are coming. You've been asking the universe specific questions. You've been wondering, when is this specific thing going to happen? And Spirit wants you to know that the answers to what you've been asking are coming. We also have take time to breathe out. Right now is not really the time to start something new. It's not really the time to push anything forward. It's the time to take a breath. Just be chill. Things are coming. We have Ace of Cups reversed. So this tells me that you're not being open for whatever reason to a new emotional journey or to a new relationship. There's something blocked there for whatever reason. It could be a past hurt. It could just be like you've never felt this way before. It could be a lot of different things that are keeping you from opening yourself up. We have Five of Pentacles here. You can see that she looks distraught and she feels like she's locked out, but the key is sitting right there. So it's kind of like this reminder that like you hold the key to getting out of your own situation, but for some reason you feel like you don't have the energy to pick it up and let yourself out. I feel like that goes along with that that reversed Ace of Cups and this like waiting for something. You have to take a breath right now. Nine of Cups reversed. Normally this would be like a warning to not treat yourself, but right now with everything going on, I feel like this is just kind of what's been bothering you, is that you can't treat yourself. I feel like Sagittariuses are they always are on the go. They love being around people. They love like doing different things. And right now you're kind of restricted to being at home. So you can't like go do your normal thing. You're not like out with people, like doing whatever stuff you do. And that probably feels restricting. So I feel like that's like probably putting you in this really like bad headspace right now. Right now you're supposed to be going through an awakening. You're supposed to be letting go of judgments of yourself and others and being enlightened, but there's some blocked energy here and you're just not doing it for whatever reason. This could help you. It could help you career-wise, you know, to like let go of these judgments, because then maybe you can take on something that could be good for you. Maybe something that before you would have thought was beneath you. Also the Tower reversed. So kind of this refusal to release things, kind of this like everything's falling apart and everything's falling down, but like you don't even want to face it. You don't even want to recognize that it's happening. You're not letting go of these judgments. In fact, you're going more inside yourself. I'm feeling like you're in a really dark place, like a very triggered place. We also have Ace of Feathers reversed. So you don't have a strong foundation and you don't have like mental clarity right now. Like what you think is going on might not actually be going on, and it's freaking you out, it's scaring you, because normally you're used to the way that you see the world and it's just not the way that you normally see it. Seven of Swords. Do not focus on what other people are saying behind your back. Don't give in to the gossip. Also, don't gossip about other people. Let go of judgments. What people say behind your back is none of your business, you know? I heard something actually earlier today. It was in one of my favorite TV shows, but he said that we were given our current range of hearing to only hear what's being said within a certain range. So anything that's said outside of that range is not meant for our ears. So whatever people say behind your back, you don't need to know, you know? You just don't. Because the people who are close to you and the people that are talking within your range, those are the people that actually care. What someone who doesn't care about you says about you, okay, that's their own thing. They can just go talk about people. You're probably not the only person they talk about, you know what I mean? And if someone's gonna be negative and create like negative energy around themselves, do you really even wanna be around this person? You know, why would you want this person to like you if they just seem to be negative? So that's just something to keep in mind. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed here, so that means that life just happens and you're not happy about it. I feel so bad for you with this spread, Sagittarius. Like honestly, like so much of this is resistance. You have access to that key, you know? You can bring yourself out of this slump mentally. I know it's hard. I'm not saying it isn't, but I am saying that life happens. This is a reminder of life cycles, okay? Life and death. And it being reversed means that you don't like what's happening. And a lot of these other reversal cards are the same thing. You don't like what's happening. And instead of accepting it and flowing with it and letting it all happen, you're resisting. And resisting makes it harder on us. We have to be able to be open to do the work. You have the Tower reversed again. Things are falling apart and you don't like it. I get it. It sucks when things fall apart, but we have to start working on acceptance. And this, what I'm saying right now too, is coming from love, Sagittarius. I love you and I want you to feel happy. I don't want you to feel blocked and upset and stressed and triggered and all of these things. That's not what I want for you. I want you to take the time to breathe. We have Four of Pentacles reversed. So kind of feeling greedy, or not greedy, stingy. Feeling a bit stingy right now. Like you don't want to spend money on anybody or anything. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing right now. If you're not working, I can understand not wanting to spend the money. Like keep it for yourself. Eight of Swords, look at that. She's tied up. She has a blindfold on and she's surrounded by swords. But what you'll notice whenever you look at this card closely is that the ropes aren't that strong. She could get out if she wanted to. You can pick up that key and unlock the door if you want to. You can escape a bad situation if you want to, you know? A reminder right now is to remain hopeful. I feel like this spread is telling me so much that like you are resisting your reality so much. You hate what's happening right now. You hate it. And it's important for you to remain hopeful that the universe has your back and that these things are happening to bring you to a new aspect in your life. These things don't just happen to piss you off. They don't just happen to bring you down. They happen to take you somewhere else, somewhere you're probably meant to be eventually, you know? Work on that dream board. The worker. This whole spread has to do with work. So definitely like you have this energy of like you want to work and maybe you can't, and that's what's frustrating you so much, is that you want to put your time and energy into your job and you're not able to right now for whatever reason. So to accept what's going on could lead you to a new job opportunity, basically. And then unfamiliar territory. I feel like that makes a lot of sense too with everything we've come through so far. You don't like what's happening and it's probably unfamiliar. So it's time to take a new course of action, do something different. Like if a new prospect comes up that maybe you weren't expecting, maybe now's the time to take it. Maybe try to work for yourself. Maybe, you know, connect with someone that you might not have connected with before, you know? It's time to do something different. Here's a little mental health thing so you can like kind of work on this. Self-worth. That's what this one says. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. I know I am worth so much more than a number on a scale, a title, or a judgment. We have to release those judgments. Supporting actions. Toss the scale. Let go of self-judgments. Buy yourself a gift. If you want to journal about this topic to maybe help you like work through it, you can journal, what do you believe you're worthy of? That can also help with that dream project, you know, like, and feeling hopeful. Look at yourself 5 years from now. Where do you want to be? What do you want to be happening for you? And then what can you do now to make the steps to make that happen so you don't feel so stuck in resistance, because you are definitely resisting what is happening. And I feel for you, it's really hard to accept a reality. But that's important for you right now, especially career-wise. If that resonated, please leave a comment to let me know. And I'll see you next time. Good luck, Sagittarius.